How do I keep it as important and as relevant to us as possible? So today I'm going to be talking about investment, and I'm going to be talking about a few guidelines: prayers, competition, competition, fear, and patience. Yeah. So I'm going to be talking about prayers, competition, fear, and patience, and of course friends in relation to investing. So this was just because, like, of course, today in this not even, let me not even say in this word, but just across teenagers of these days, like, let me not excuse myself because I was once teenager as well. So yeah, across teenagers of these days, we tend to, and young adults, we tend to get caught up in the trap of, I want to invest, but I want to have a good time. I want to invest, but I find myself spending my whole paycheck the same day I'm paid. Yeah, a lot of us get caught up in that web. And I just thought that, hey, that's not a good place to get caught up. Why not come do this? Why not just do this? Because you never know, like, every voice is an encouraging voice, no matter how negative or positive it may sound. It all depends on how we digest it, but this is not a vlog on what. So let me just keep it rolling. So yeah, as I said, investment in the four parts of patience, prayers, competition, and friends, and fear. So firstly, I've noticed that the one thing that makes people of all ages not to want to invest is fear. The fear of, okay, what's going to happen to my money? What if, what if, what if, what if? Listen, it is better to try and know that you failed at accomplishing your future dream than for you to, just listen to this. For example, now someone stops you and asks you, so have you tried to so and so? Like, for example, you are complaining to someone and they ask you, so have you tried to so and so? I look at them and you be like, no, I've not. Can you imagine how you look? Like, so you are there complaining, but you've not actually made any step. Like, that's what I'm saying. Don't and never allow fear to stop you from wanting to invest in this future ambition, or in this, maybe it's not future, maybe it's just something for the present, something you saw online, or something that you think that it's right to invest in. Don't allow anybody spoil your plans. Learn to save. I'm gonna get there. The second one, patience. If after you've invested, eventually you invest, after overcoming your fears, you've now invested, and you are thinking, so I've invested this now, I'm not getting anybody, nobody likes it. Probably this is one of the best times they won't do this for me, because yes, I went through a phase with this whole vlog of, okay, nobody is doing this, nobody is doing this. I'm getting so and so views and so and so subscribers. But listen, patience is always key. Patience is always keen. Just do your best, like give it your best shot, and be patient to reap back the fruit of your labor. Just give it your best shot. Don't be scared. Competition, don't see anybody as competition. Competition and fear are the two things that can make you to not achieve your future goal, or even a short-term goal that you feel is going to make you to take you to the right place to invest in the long-term one. So don't see anybody as a competition. let yourself be the only competition you are seeing, if I'm making sense. Because when you are the only competition you see, like you'll just be you'll just be going so low, like nobody else matters, like you are the only one that's in your own world. Now that's better, because when you start to see someone else as a bigger competition than you, then you start to want to suppress all these great ideas that are coming out of you and make your own be like the other person's own that you think is working. So don't ever see nobody as competition. Believe in your own goal, believe in your own plan, and say, yeah, mine is different, mine is going to go slow because mine is different, because I am unique, because no two people in the world are the same. Even though you have the same blood as them, you are not the same as them. Your minds work differently, your plans work differently, everything works differently. So don't see nobody as a competition. The one that I've left behind, pray. Always pray before you start to want to invest in something, especially when it is big, and especially when it's gonna take money and time and effort of some other people. Pray. Like, just say prayers, that just be loyal to God. Don't be like listen, don't be, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work if you're a part-time prayer person. No, you have to pray sincerely. Like, don't pray because you have to pray. Pray because you want to pray. Pray because you know that between you and your God, He is the only person that will be there for you. He is the only person that will guide you. He is the only person that will lead you to the right place. Pray for those reasons. Don't pray because God is the only one that can provide it. Okay, good, He's the one that can provide it, but if your heart is not sincere, at some point you're gonna feel like He's not answering your prayers. And what happens at that point? You're gonna start to want to give up because you're not seeing His answers. So that's why I'm saying, be sincere to yourself. Pray because you want to pray. Pray because you are loyal and faithful to Him. Friends are the one people who will make your money to get finished. And friends, even if the ironic situation is that they call themselves friends, and even if it is not what they mean to do, at some point you find it overwhelming that your friends are the reason why you are 25 and you are still where you are. Like 25, like, okay, I'm not 25 because 25 years ago you were not born. So maybe 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, you knew where you wanted to go. You had maybe not a steady, maybe not a strong plan, but you still had something on paper. You still had something to imagine. But guess what? 10 years down the line, where's that thing? Like, where's that paper? Probably if you want to turn away. Because why? Because as time went on, you met friends, and friends made you to go and turn up every weekend. And you too, as you were turning up, you forgot that you had a future ambition and you forgot to save for it. Like, learn to save. Even if it's £20 you want to be saving every week, or like every month is too small, because £20 is too small. Let's be honest, £20 is too small for every week. Every month be looking to save close to 100, 120, depending on how big you are seeing yourself. So yeah, like, don't allow your friends to be the reason why you have not invested, because at the end of the day, your friends will only ever invite you to go out with them. They will not force you, and even if they are forcing you, they are not forcing you to spend every single dime on you. So be wise, be prayerful, be consistent Christian. Yeah, like, I'm not saying don't stay loyal to your friends or begin to avoid them. Even so, if avoiding is the only way to go about it, please be my guest. Avoid them. They won't kill you if you avoid them. Just tell them, you know what, guys, I want to save for my future. You will see, even them, they will now be looking at you and they will not be respecting, because they will now know that you are not like them. Yeah, like, sometimes you just have to be courageous, and we just have to face our friends and tell them, you know what, yeah, I just want to start to save small for my future. So on that note, I leave you guys with these final words. Be prayerful. Don't see anyone as competition. Be patient. Be very, 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 I can't emphasize how much patience you should have, because it is new. And even in business, even in logic of business, you don't start to make profit until after about 2 years of any business. So don't rush. Make sure you have a steady plan. Save money. If you know that you can't get it from another means, you don't want to go by loan, then save money. Try your best, even if it's £5 per day, even if it's £5 per week. Eventually you'll get there. Even if it's going to take long, you will get there. And the thing is, you don't have to get there. If you've saved £5 per week and you see it's getting slow and it's like you want to start, consider a bank who that want to support you. Good. Borrow money from them as well, because they believe in you. They'll be able to lend you their money. So yeah, on that note, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.